What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data. And be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a really big block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 7:30, we have a big block of news with a focus on continuous jobless claims for the month of November, core PCE expenditures for month over month and year over year for the month of October, durable good orders and good trades balance for Q3 in the month of October, and finally, we got personal income, personal spending, and wholesale inventories for the month of October. At 8:45, we have the Chicago Purchasing Manager Index for the month of November. At 9 o'clock, we have some housing news. And finally, at 10:30, 11, and 12 o'clock, we have the 4-week bill auction, some crude news, and the 7-year note auction. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And today was definitely a trend day. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 3 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's stream. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, the Nasdaq opened slightly bearish and traded 179 points to the downside into a previous area of support. However, once the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls stepped in and price rallied 270 points to the upside and trading in a 122-point range going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. So, for my bullish thesis, if the bulls can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction in price retest the level at 21,045. Because this is the level where we saw the bears break structure to the downside, and I do expect for bears to step up at this level to sell the retest. But if the bears fail to regain control and price continues to trade higher, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades back within a range between 21,100 and 21,080. However, for my bearish thesis, if the bears can regain control overnight and price begins to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades back within a range between 940 and 920. Because this is the range where the bulls found support throughout the entirety of yesterday's session, and I do expect for bulls to step up at this level to buy the retest. But if they fail to regain control and price continues to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests the level at 885. Now, based on today's price action, both markets saw a massive sell-off from the bears and a bounce from pre-market lows that did not look back. It's going to be important for the bulls to defend 920 on the NQ and 620 on the ES because a break below these lows will result in a massive move down. But the price action overnight will definitely be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And during the overnight session, the E-mini S&P opened slightly bearish and traded 43 points to the downside into a previous area of support. However, once the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls stepped in and price rallied 68 points to the upside going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So, just like the NQ, the ES opened with a strong bearish move to the downside, and once the bulls found support, we saw a unstoppable massive rally going into the close. So, for my bullish thesis, if the bulls can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retest the range between 648 and all-time highs. Because this is where we saw that massive drop from the highs back on November 9th, and I do expect for passive sell orders to be resting in this area to sell the retest. But if the bears fail to regain control and price continues to trade higher, then I'll be watching the reaction in price when the bulls actually make an attempt to establish support above all-time highs. However, for my bearish thesis, if the bears can regain control overnight and price begins to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction in price retest the level at 628. Because this is the level where the bulls found support and broke structure to the upside. And I do expect for passive buy orders to be resting in this area to buy the retest. But if they fail to regain control and price continues to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction in price trades within a range between 620 and 615. Now, for those that found themselves on the wrong side of the market today, I know personally how discouraging that can make you feel. But remember, every trader has faced this same challenge, but what separates profitable traders is their ability to use these moments to refine their strategies and keep moving forward. But I'll be monitoring both markets overnight to identify the best trades as we go into tomorrow's stream. And in summary, both markets started off the session with an aggressive move to the downside. Both markets saw a massive rally from the bulls when the bears failed to rotate price lower. And finally, both markets saw price grind higher to the upside with no pullback from the bears going into the close of the session. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.